Welcome to the Speak English with Aisell podcast.
Your journey to English fluency starts here.
Hey everyone, today we're going to unlock a really powerful tool for learning English. And guess what? You already have it. It's your own day. We're going to dive into how your daily routine can become the best practice you'll ever get using real sentences you can start using like right now. So, someone asks you, "What did you do today?" It sounds so simple, right? But for a lot of English learners, that question can be super stressful. But here's the good news. We're going to flip that around. We're going to turn that question from something that makes you nervous into your absolute best chance to practice. Okay, so let's get started. First up, we're going to talk about why describing your day is the perfect, and I mean perfect, starting point for anyone who wants to start speaking with more confidence. The whole idea is actually really simple. You don't need to come up with crazy stories or study complicated topics. The material for your English practice, it's already there. It's your life. And that takes so much pressure off, right? Because you're just talking about what you know best. I mean, just think about the difference. On one hand, you've got these huge topics like history or science. You need a ton of special words for that. But on the other hand, you've got your daily life, waking up, having breakfast, heading to work. These are things we all do. They're simple, they're real, and that makes them the perfect building blocks for your speaking skills. And here's the real magic. When you focus on your day, you start to skip that really frustrating step of translating everything in your head first. You just start thinking in English, and that is the secret to sounding and feeling way more natural and confident when you speak. All right, enough with the why, let's get into the how. We're going to get super practical now and see how this actually works, starting with the very first part of your day. Let's build your morning routine in English, one sentence at a time. So we'll break it down into 3 main parts: waking up, getting ready, and breakfast. Super simple structure you can totally make your own. Okay, first up, waking up. Think about sentences like, "I usually wake up at 7," or "I stay in bed for a few minutes." You'll notice we're just using the simple present tense, which is perfect for these kinds of habits. As I go through these, try to picture your own morning. See how these simple words can describe what you do. Next up, getting ready. Things like, "I walk to the bathroom and brush my teeth," or "I wash my face with cold water." I mean, pretty much everyone does this, right? The words you learn here are so useful because you can literally use them the very next morning. And to wrap up the morning, breakfast. I go to the kitchen and prepare my breakfast. I drink coffee most mornings. And just like that, with just a few sentences, look at what you've done. You've created a whole story about your morning. You've actually communicated a real part of your life in English. That's huge. Okay, morning's done. Next up, the afternoon. Now, this part of the day can be pretty busy with work or school, but trust me, it is jam-packed with chances to keep practicing your English. We're going to look at 3 things: your work and tasks, taking a little break, and maybe even squeezing in some English study time. So, what about your workday? How do you talk about it? Well, simple phrases like, "I check my emails," or "I often have 1 or 2 meetings," work for almost any job or school situation. They sound professional, they're super clear, and yeah, you can start using them to. And don't forget about breaks. Even a tiny moment offers great practice. You could say something like, "I usually take a short break around 3. I make a cup of tea." Or sometimes I eat a small snack, like fruit. See? Every little part of your day is another chance to use your English. All right, the sun is going down and we're moving into the evening. This is usually a time to relax and kind of think back on the day, which, you guessed it, makes it the perfect time to practice telling that story in English. So let's look at a typical evening routine. You can use simple sentences like, "I come home at 6 in the evening," "I cook dinner," or "I order food," or even, "We talk about our day and share stories." These little phrases help you build that story of your day, taking you from work mode to home mode. And finally, to close out the day, we've got getting ready for bed. I take a shower and brush my teeth. I go to bed around 10:30 or 11, and that's it. With those last 2 sentences, you've literally described your entire day from start to finish, all in simple, clear English. Okay, so now you have all these great sentences, but how do you actually start speaking them? That's the big question, right? Well, in this next part, we're going to switch gears from just learning sentences to actually using them with a really powerful trick. This technique is called shadowing, and it's so simple. All you do is listen to a native speaker and then you repeat what they say, like a split second behind them. Why does this work so well? Because it's like exercise for your mouth. It builds muscle memory for pronunciation, and it helps you get the natural rhythm of English stuck in your head. And getting started is super easy. Seriously. Step 1, listen to a sentence. Step 2, pause. Step 3, repeat it out loud. That's the whole thing. Just think of it like going to the gym, but for your English-speaking muscles. You're building that strength you need to speak fluently. Okay, you know what? Let's try it right now. I'm serious. Look at this sentence starter. After lunch, I like to... What's your answer? Go ahead, say it out loud. Nobody's listening. Is it like to drink some tea? Or like to check my phone? Whatever it is, say it. Awesome. Let's do one more, just to make sure it sticks. Before I stop for the day, So what do? Do you clean up my desk or make a plan for tomorrow? Come on, complete the sentence. Say it out loud. You see what's happening here? When you do these little exercises, you're making a massive change. You're going from someone who just studies English to someone who actually uses English. One real sentence at a time. It's a total game changer. And that brings me to my last question for you. Let's make this totally real. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't wait for the perfect time. Right now, this very second, what is one sentence you can say in English about your day? Just one. Go on, think of it. That sentence right there, that's your first step.
Fluency isn't magic.
It's practice. Speak English with Aisell.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. We're really happy you're here with us today for some easy conversation practice. I'm Aisell.
And I'm Abdurrahman. Thanks for spending this time with us. Now, tell us, are you making breakfast? Getting ready for work? Or are you still hiding under your blanket?
If you are under the blanket, it's okay. We won't tell anyone.
That's true. You can learn English even under the blanket.
Yes, blanket English is also English. Okay, Abdurrahman, be honest. How are you today? How is your morning so far?
My morning was okay. I woke up a little late, made some quick coffee, and told myself, today I will be more organized. We'll see.
A quick coffee and a small promise. I think many listeners know that feeling very well.
Yeah, mornings can be a mix of sleepy, busy, and hopeful at the same time.
My morning was similar. I woke up, checked my phone for just 1 minute, and suddenly 10 minutes disappeared.
Welcome to the Speak English with Aisell podcast.
Your journey to English fluency starts here.
Fluency isn't magic.
It's practice. Speak English with Aisell.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. We're really happy you're here with us today for some easy conversation practice. I'm Aisell.
And I'm Abdurrahman. Thanks for spending this time with us. Now, tell us, are you making breakfast? Getting ready for work? Or are you still hiding under your blanket?
If you are under the blanket, it's okay. We won't tell anyone.
That's true. You can learn English even under the blanket.
Yes, blanket English is also English. Okay, Abdurrahman, be honest. How are you today? How is your morning so far?
My morning was okay. I woke up a little late, made some quick coffee, and told myself, today I will be more organized. We'll see.
A quick coffee and a small promise. I think many listeners know that feeling very well.
Yeah, mornings can be a mix of sleepy, busy, and hopeful at the same time.
My morning was similar. I woke up, checked my phone for just 1 minute, and suddenly 10 minutes disappeared.
The famous just 1 minute. That minute is very dangerous.
very dangerous. And that's exactly why today's topic is so important. Morning routine to improve your English. We want to talk about real mornings, not perfect Instagram mornings, and how to use that time to grow.
For many learners, morning is just alarm, phone, rush, work. Then they say, I have no time for English. We want to show you a different way.
And before we start, we want to share a new strategy for our podcast. From now on, we'll always speak in B1 level English, slow, clear, and simple, so you feel safe.
But at the same time, we'll gently add a few B2 words, phrases, and idioms in each episode.
When we use a stronger word, we'll pause, explain it in easy English, and use it in a real sentence. You'll be stretching your English, not too fast, not too slow.
Like a light stretch before exercise. Quietly in the background, your level starts to move from B1 towards B2.
But Abdurrahman, be honest, does this really work? Just listening to simple talk with a few strong words?
I think it does. Not like magic in one day, but like a slow, steady change. It's realistic. You just listen to one calm episode and add a tiny practice again and again.
And vocabulary?
You don't just see a list. You hear words inside real situations. Your brain remembers the word with a picture and a feeling, not just a translation. It's like a tiny gym session for your brain.
So why talk so much about morning? Why not evening?
For me, the morning is like a blank page in a notebook. Nothing is written yet. Your mind is fresh. The world is quiet.
Yeah, it's like the city is still stretching. You finally have a moment where nobody is disturbing you.
Welcome to the Speak English with Aisell podcast.
When we
Your
say
journey
set
to
the tone,
English fluency
we mean
starts
those first
here.
minutes decide the feeling of your day. Like choosing the first song in a playlist.
Isn't magic.
If you start with stress, the whole day
It's
feels stressed.
practice. Speak
exactly.
English with
Abdurrahman,
Aisell.
do you know any story where a morning routine actually
Hey
changed
everyone,
someone's
welcome
English?
back to the podcast.
Yes, Sarah,
We're really
one of
happy
our listeners.
you're here with us today.
She
for
works
some
late
easy
and comes home
conversation
exhausted.
Practice. I'm
Her
Aisell.
evenings were full
And
of
I'm
tired
Abdurrahman.
body and family.
Thanks for spending this time
she
with
always
us.
promised to
Now,
study
tell
later,
us,
but
are you
later
making
never
breakfast?
came.
Getting ready
she
for
felt
work?
guilty and
Or
overwhelmed.
are you still hiding under your
Overwhelmed.
blanket?
Like when your brain has too many browser
are
tabs
under the
open.
blanket, it's okay.
Work tab,
We won't
family
tell
tab,
anyone.
messages
That's
tab.
true. You can
then
learn
you try
English
to open
even
an
under the
English
blanket.
tab and the
Yes,
computer
blanket
crashes.
English is also English.
Yes, exactly
Okay,
like that.
Abdurrahman,
So
be
one
honest.
day she
How
said,
are you today?
my evenings
How
are
is your
chaos.
morning so far?
I'll give my mornings to
my
English
morning was
instead.
okay. I
What
woke
did
up a
she
little
do?
late, made
She
some
just
quick
set
coffee
her alarm
and told myself
15 minutes
today
earlier.
I will be more
On the
organized.
train to work,
We'll
she
see.
put on headphones and listened to a
quick
short
coffee
podcast
and a
instead of
small
scrolling.
promise.
I
Same
think many
train,
listeners
same
know
time,
that feeling
just a
very
different
well.
choice.
Yeah,
After a week,
mornings
she
can
added
be a
one
mix
more
of
thing.
sleepy,
Before
busy,
work, she
and
wrote
hopeful
3
simple
at the same time.
sentences in her
My
notes app.
morning was similar.
The train
I woke
became her
up,
little
checked
classroom.
my phone for
She was
just
being
1
intentional.
minute, and suddenly
Intentional
10
means
minutes she wasn't on
disappeared.
autopilot.
The
she
famous
was doing
just
things
1 minute.
on purpose.
That minute is very
Did she
dangerous.
feel a change? Very
Little
dangerous.
by little,
And that's
she noticed
exactly
she
why
could
today's
answer
topic
customers
is so
more smoothly.
important.
She
Morning
didn't panic
routine
when people
to
spoke
improve your
fast.
English. Little
We
by
want to
little
talk about
is like
real
building
mornings,
a wall with
not
small bricks.
perfect
You don't
Instagram
see
mornings,
the change every
and
day.
how to use that
but
time
after
to
some
grow.
time, you look
For
back
many
and say,
learners,
"Wow,
morning is
I built
just
something."
alarm,
Morning
phone,
is like
rush,
a strong
work.
battery for
Then
your
they
day.
say, I have
It's
no
a chance
time
to
for
decide
English.
who am I
We
going
want
to
to show
be
you
today.
a different way.
The lazy
And
version
before we
or
start,
the version
we want
moving
to share a
closer
new
to my
strategy
future.
for our
I
podcast.
love that.
From
So
now
how do we
on,
start?
we'll always
Think
speak
of a
in
morning
B1
routine
level
like
English,
a small breakfast
slow,
for your
clear,
English.
and simple,
4
so you feel
parts.
safe.
Listen,
But at the
speak,
same time,
write, and
we'll
review.
gently add
Only
a
a
few
few
B2
bites.
words,
What's the first
phrases,
bite?
and idioms
Step
in
1.
each episode.
Listen.
When
Instead
we
of
use a
opening
stronger
social media,
word, we'll
press
pause,
play on a
explain
calm
it in easy
English
English,
podcast.
and use it
In the
in a
morning,
real
your
sentence.
brain is like a
You'll be
clean
stretching
sponge.
your English.
It hasn't
not
touched
too
the
fast,
dirty
not
water
too
of
slow.
stress yet.
Like a light
Whatever you put
stretch
in
before
first,
exercise.
it soaks in deeply.
Quietly in the background,
And it
your level
fits
starts to
inside
move
real
from
life.
B1
You can
towards
listen
B2.
while you brush your
But
teeth.
Abdurrahman,
That's what we
be
mean by
honest.
realistic.
Does this really work?
Step 2.
Just listening
Speak
to
out loud.
simple talk with
Morning
a few
is a
strong
gym
words
for your mouth.
I think
Repeat
it does.
a few sentences
Not
or
like
talk to
magic
yourself
in
for
one
2
day,
minutes.
but like a
How do I
slow,
feel?
steady change.
What am I grateful
It's
for?
realistic.
Your tongue
You
needs
just
to
listen
remember
to one
English
calm
like a song.
episode and add
And
a
nobody
tiny
is
practice
watching.
again
It's a
and
safe
again.
space.
And
Step 3.
vocabulary?
Right.
You don't just
Writing
see
is
a
like
list.
cleaning your mental
You hear
desk.
words
Write
inside
3 or
real
4 sentences
situations.
about your plans.
Your brain remembers
Don't worry
the
about
word with
grammar.
a picture
The
and a
goal
feeling,
is to think in
not
English.
just a
This
translation.
is being mindful.
It's like a tiny
Mindful.
gym session
You
for
are
your brain.
awake inside. You notice
So
your
why
thoughts.
Talk so much
Step
about
4,
morning.
review.
Why not evening?
Learning without review
For
is like
me, the
buying
morning
new plants
is like
but
a
never
blank
watering
page
them.
in a notebook.
Take 5 minutes
Nothing
to look at
is
yesterday's
written yet.
words.
Your
That's
mind
how
is
you become
fresh.
consistent.
The world is quiet.
Consistent doesn't
Yeah,
mean
it's
perfect.
like the city
it
is
means
still
you build
stretching.
a rhythm, like
You
brushing
finally
your teeth.
have a moment where
2 minutes
nobody is
every day
disturbing
is
you.
better than
And
3
this blank
hours
page
once a
can
month.
set the tone
Now,
for
I
your
know
day.
some
people are
When
saying,
we say
I don't have
set
time.
the tone,
But
we
sometimes
mean those
I
first
don't have
minutes
time
decide
really
the
means
feeling
my
of your
time
day.
is full of habits
Like choosing
I
the
never
first
chose.
song in a
You
playlist.
can't wake up an hour
If you start
earlier,
with stress,
fine.
the whole day
Change
feels
15
stressed.
minutes. Same coffee,
exactly.
different podcast.
Abdurrahman,
Your
do you
English
know
is
any
a door
story
you are
where a morning
slowly
routine
building.
actually
It's not
changed
just
someone's
talent,
English?
it's discipline.
Yes.
People who
Sarah,
grow are
one
the
of our
ones
listeners.
who quietly show
She
up
works
again
late
and
and
again.
comes home
While others
exhausted.
sleep, they listen
Her
for 10
evenings
minutes.
were full of tired
These are
body
tiny
and
drops of
family.
water that
She
can
always
carve a rock.
promised to study later.
English
but
is a key
later
to
never
travel,
came.
jobs,
She
and
felt
confidence.
guilty and
The
overwhelmed.
feeling of I can handle this.
Overwhelmed. Like when your
Let's
brain has too many
slow
browser
down
tabs
for a
open.
word
Work tab,
tour.
family tab,
Which one
messages
of these
tab.
feels
Then you try to
useful for
open
you?
an English tab and the
Set
computer
the tone.
crashes, deciding
Yes,
the feeling
exactly
of your
like
day.
that. So one day
Little
she
by
said,
little,
my evenings are
step by
chaos.
step,
I'll give my
slowly.
mornings to English
Small
instead.
steps. What did she
add
do?
up.
She just
Tiny
set her alarm
actions
15
become
minutes
something
earlier.
big.
On the train to
Fresh
work, she
start.
put on headphones
A new
and listened
beginning.
to a short
A
podcast
clean
instead of
page.
scrolling.
Same train,
Intentional.
same time,
Doing
just
something
a different
on
choice.
purpose.
After a week, she added one more
Overwhelmed.
thing.
Feeling
Before work,
heavy
she wrote
with
3
too many
simple
things.
sentences in her notes app.
Distracted.
The train became her
Unable
little
to
classroom.
focus because
she
of
was
other
being
things.
intentional.
Intentional
Realistic.
means she wasn't
Possible
on autopilot.
in your real
she was
life.
doing things on purpose.
Consistent.
Did she feel a
Doing it
change?
regularly.
Little by little, she noticed she
Mindful.
could answer customers
Being
more
present
smoothly.
and
She didn't
awake
panic when
inside.
people spoke fast.
Productive.
Little by little
Using
is like
time
building
in
a
a
wall
useful
with
way.
small bricks. You don't see the
Refreshed
change
and
every day,
energized.
but after some time,
Feeling
you look
new
back
energy
and say,
and
"Wow,
power."
I built something."
Now it's your
Morning
turn.
is like
Pick
a strong
one word or
battery
phrase
for your
from
day.
today.
It's a
Maybe
chance
small
to
steps
decide
add up
who am I
or
going to
intentional.
be today,
And write
the
one
lazy
simple
version
sentence
or
in
the version
comments.
moving closer
yes,
to my future.
Be bold.
I love
Say
that.
it out loud.
So how
or
do we
write
start?
It. It's a
Think
gym
of a
session
morning
for your
routine like a
confidence.
small breakfast
We
for your
love
English.
reading your
4
sentences.
parts.
Listen,
Abdulrahman,
speak,
if
write,
you enjoyed
and
this
review.
calm learning,
Only a
please
few
like,
bites.
subscribe,
What's
and
the
share
first
with a
bite?
friend.
Step 1.
Aisell,
Listen.
Tomorrow morning,
Instead of
when your
opening
alarm
social
rings,
media,
take a
press
breath
play
and
on a
choose
calm
one
English
tiny
podcast.
English
In the
action.
morning, your brain
Small
is like a
steps
clean
add up.
sponge. It
And
hasn't
we'll be
touched
here
the dirty
walking
water
with
of
you.
stress yet.
I'm Abdulrahman.
Whatever you put in
And
first,
I'm
it
Aisell.
soaks in
Take
deeply.
care. Keep
And
going.
it fits
Bye,
inside
everyone.
real life.
See you in the
you
next
can listen
episode.
while you brush your teeth. That's
Welcome
what we mean
to the
by
Speak
realistic.
English with Aisell
Step 2.
podcast.
Speak out
Your
loud.
journey to English
Morning is a
fluency
gym for your
starts
mouth.
here.
Repeat a few sentences or talk to yourself
Before
for
you
2
try
minutes.
to speak
How do I
better,
feel?
What if
What
the
am I
real
grateful
secret
for?
is listening?
Your tongue needs to
Stay with
remember
us.
English like a song.
Hello, everyone,
And nobody is
welcome
watching.
back to
It's a
Speak
safe
English
space.
with Aisell
Step 3.
podcast.
Right.
I'm Aisell,
Writing
your
is like
host,
cleaning your
and I'm
mental
so
desk.
glad you're here
Write
with us
3
today.
or 4 sentences
And
about
I'm
your plans.
Abdel Rahman, your
Don't
guest
worry
today.
about grammar.
Thank you
The
so much,
goal is to
Aisell.
think in English.
And if you're trying
This
to
is
improve
being
your English
mindful.
speaking skills,
Mindful.
you're absolutely
you are
in the
awake
right place.
inside.
That's
you notice
right,
your
Abdel
thoughts.
Rahman.
Step
Today's
4,
topic
review.
is super powerful.
Learning without review
It's
is like
called
buying new
Listen
plants
More,
but never
Speak
watering
better,
them. Take
Grow
5 minutes
faster.
to look at yesterday's words.
I like
That's
that, Aisell.
how you become
It
consistent.
sounds simple, but I
Consistent
think it might
doesn't mean
surprise a lot of
perfect.
learners.
It means you build a
Exactly,
rhythm
Abdel
like
Rahman.
brushing your teeth.
Many people
2 2 minutes every
I
day
need to
is better
speak
than
more
3
to get
hours
better
once a
at
month.
English. But
Now,
in
I know some
reality,
people are saying,
listening
I don't
is
have
the
time.
secret weapon.
But sometimes I don't have
Wow,
time
the
really
secret
means
weapon.
my time
I
is
love
full of
that.
habits I never
when you
chose.
listen more,
You can't
you
wake up an
understand
hour
how
earlier?
real English
Fine.
sounds.
Change
the
15
pronunciation,
minutes.
the
Same
rhythm,
coffee,
the
different
natural
podcast.
expressions.
Your English
Yes,
is a
Aisell.
door you are
And when you
slowly
understand
building.
better,
It's not
you start
just
to
talent,
speak more
it's
confidently
discipline.
and correctly.
People who grow are the
So,
ones who quietly
Abdelrahman,
show up
in
again
today's
and again.
episode,
While
what are we
others
going to
sleep,
cover?
they listen for 10
Great
minutes.
question, Aisell.
These are
We'll
tiny
break
drops of
everything
water
down.
that can carve
We'll talk about
a
why
rock.
listening helps
English
you speak
is a
better,
key to travel,
the common mistakes
jobs,
learners
and
make,
confidence.
how to build
The feeling
smart
of,
listening
"I can
habits,
handle this."
and we'll even share
Let's
real-life stories
slow
of people who
down for
improved
a
just by
word
listening
tour.
more.
That
Which one
sounds
of
powerful,
these
feels
Aisell?
useful for
It
you.
really is, Aisell. Plus,
the
we'll
tone,
give practical tips you
deciding
can
the
start using
feeling
today,
of your day.
even if you're busy or learning
Little
at home.
by little.
So if you
Step
want to
by
grow
step,
faster in your
slowly.
English journey, stay with
Small
us till the end.
steps add up.
Yes, this is going to
Tiny
be a
actions
powerful
become
episode.
something big.
And before we continue, Aisell,
Fresh start.
let's ask our listeners
new
something
beginning.
interesting.
A
Oh,
clean
I like
page.
that, Abdelrahman. Go ahead, Aisell.
Intentional.
Dear
Doing
listener,
something
here's
on
a question
purpose.
for you. Do you spend more time
Overwhelmed.
speaking English
Feeling
or
heavy
listening to
with
English?
too many things.
Think about it.
That's a strong
Distracted.
question, Aisell.
Unable
And
to
if you're
focus
listening right
because
now,
of other things.
I want you to write one word in the comments.
Realistic.
Listen.
Possible
Just
in your
write
real
listen
life.
if you're serious about improving.
Consistent.
I
Doing
love
it
that interaction,
regularly.
Aisell. Let's get started.
Mindful.
So,
Being
Abdelrahman,
present
let's
and
jump
awake
into the big
inside.
question. Why is
Productive.
listening so
Using
important
time
if I
in
want
a
to
useful
speak better
way?
English?
That's a great
Refreshed
question,
and
Aisell.
energized.
Here's the truth.
Feeling new
we learn
energy
to speak
and
by
power.
listening first.
Now it's your
Exactly,
turn.
Abdelrahman.
Pick one
It's the
word
same
or
way
phrase from
babies
today.
learn their first
Maybe
language.
small steps add
Yes,
up
Aisell.
or intentional.
Babies don't
And
start
write
by reading
one
grammar
simple
books,
sentence
right?
in the comments.
They
yes,
just listen.
Be bold.
They hear their
Say it out
parents,
loud or write it.
songs, everyday
it's a
conversations,
gym session for your
and
confidence.
little by little they
we
begin
love
to understand.
reading your sentences.
Then they start speaking.
Abdelrahman, if you
Absolutely,
enjoyed this
Aisell.
calm learning,
And it's the
please
same
like,
with English
subscribe,
learners.
and share with a
If you
friend.
listen a lot,
Aisell,
you start to hear
tomorrow
how
morning
words are
when your
really
alarm
used,
rings,
how
take a
sentences
breath
flow,
and choose
how
one
native
tiny
speakers
English
stress
action.
certain words.
Small
You
steps
begin to
add up.
build an English
And we'll
feeling
be here
in your
walking
brain.
with you.
That
I'm
English
Abdelrahman.
feeling is so
and
important,
I'm Aisell.
Aisell.
Take
Yes,
care.
Abdelrahman.
Keep going.
That feeling
Bye,
helps
everyone.
you speak
See you
more
in the
naturally
next
without
episode.
always thinking about grammar rules.
Welcome to
Also,
the Speak
when
English
you
with
listen
Aisell
regularly,
podcast.
you improve vocabulary,
Your journey to
pronunciation,
English fluency
and
starts
sentence
here.
structure almost without trying.
Before
I totally
you try
agree,
to speak
Abdelrahman.
better, let's
What
give
if
an
the
example.
real secret
Imagine
is
someone
listening?
hears
Stay
this
with
sentence
us.
often.
Hello,
I'm
everyone,
going to grab
and
some
welcome
coffee.
back to
At
Speak
first,
English with
they might not
Aisell
understand
podcast.
it, but after
I'm
hearing it a
Aisell,
few
your
times,
host,
they
and I'm
realize,
so glad
oh,
you're here with
that
us
means
today.
I'm going to get
And
some
I'm
coffee.
Abdelrahman, your guest
Exactly,
today.
Abdelrahman.
Thank you so much,
and
Aisell.
soon, without
And if
memorizing
you're trying
it,
to
they
improve
can
your
say
English
it naturally.
speaking skills,
I'm going
you're
to grab some
absolutely
coffee.
in the right place. That's the
That's
power
right,
of listening.
Abdelrahman.
Another
Today's
thing is
topic
pronunciation,
super
Aisell.
powerful. It's
Yes,
called
Aisell.
listen more,
Many learners speak
better,
with good grammar,
grow
but with
faster.
strong accents or
I like that,
unnatural
Aisell.
rhythm because
It
they
sounds
haven't
simple,
listened enough.
but I think it might
That's
surprise
so
a lot
true,
of learners.
Abdelrahman.
Exactly,
When you listen
Abdelrahman.
often to
Many
podcasts,
people think,
YouTube
"I
videos,
need to
you
speak
begin
more
to
to
copy
get
the way
better at
English
English."
sounds. But in reality, listening
So we become
is the
human
secret
recorders? Wow.
Yes,
the
Abdelrahman,
secret weapon.
in a smart way.
I love that.
You're training
When
your
you
brain
listen
and your
more,
mouth at the
you
same
understand
time.
how real
Listening
English
is like a
sounds.
secret
The
teacher
pronunciation,
working in the background,
the rhythm,
the
I
natural
love that,
expressions.
Aisell. A secret
Yes,
teacher.
Aisell.
And when you
one more
understand
thing,
better,
Abdelrahman,
you start to
listening
speak more
reduces
confidently
fear.
and correctly.
When you understand
So,
more,
Abdelrahman,
you feel more confident.
in today's episode,
and confidence
what are we going
leads
to
to better
cover?
speaking.
Great question,
Exactly,
Aisell.
Aisell.
We'll break everything
So,
down.
to everyone
We'll
listening
talk about
right
why
now,
listening
if
helps
you want to
speak
speak better,
the common
listen
mistakes
more.
learners make,
It's
how
not
to build
magic,
smart
it's
listening
smart
habits,
practice.
and we'll even
And
share
don't worry
real-life
if you don't
stories
understand
of people who
everything at
improved
first.
just by
Just
listening
keep
more.
listening.
Your
That
brain
sounds
is learning
powerful,
even
Aisell.
when you don't realize it. It really is, Aisell.
All right, Abdelrahman.
Plus, we'll
Up
give
next,
practical
we'll
tips
talk
you can
about
start
common
using
mistakes
today,
learners
even
make
if you're
with
busy
listening
or
and how
learning
to
at home.
avoid them. So
Stay
if
with
you
us.
want to grow
So,
faster in your
Abdelrahman,
English journey,
we talked
stay
about
with
why
us till the
listening
end.
is
important.
Yes,
But many
this
learners
is going to be
don't
a
get
powerful
great results.
episode.
Why?
And before we continue,
Yes,
Aisell,
Aisell,
let's
there are
ask our
common
listeners
mistakes.
something interesting.
Let's go through them one
I like
by
that,
one.
Abdelrahman.
Mistake
Go ahead,
number
Aisell.
one, listening
Dear listener,
passively.
here's a question for you.
yes, Aisell.
Do you spend
like
more
playing
time
a podcast
speaking
while
English
doing the
or
dishes
listening
but not
to English?
focusing?
Think about it.
Exactly. That's a
Background
strong question,
listening isn't
Aisell.
bad,
And
but
if you're
you
listening
only do
right
that,
now,
you're
I
not
want
really
you to
training
write
your
one
brain.
word in the comments.
You need
active listening. Just write
pause,
listen,
repeat,
if you're
take
serious
notes.
about improving.
That's
I
powerful,
love that
Abdelrahman.
interaction, Aisell.
Passive
Let's get
listening
started.
is like putting headphones on a
Abdelrahman,
plant and hoping
let's
it grows.
jump into the big question.
Aisell,
Why
that's
is
a funny
listening
example.
so important
But
if
true,
I want to
Abdelrahman,
speak better English?
you must be engaged
That's a great
to grow.
question, Aisell. Okay, here's the
Mistake
truth.
number 2.
We learn choosing
speak by
materials that are
listening
too
first.
difficult.
Exactly, Abdelrahman.
Listening
it's
is
the same way
huge
babies
for
learn their first
pronunciation,
language.
Abdelrahman.
Yes, Aisell.
When you hear
Babies don't
native
start by reading
speakers
grammar books,
often,
right?
You notice how
They
they
just
connect
listen.
words.
They hear their
stress
parents,
certain
songs,
syllables,
everyday
or
conversations,
even drop
and little by
sounds.
little they begin to
Yes,
understand.
Aisell.
Then
Like
they
how,
start speaking.
what are you doing?
Absolutely,
becomes,
Aisell.
what you doing?
And it's the same with English learners.
It's hard to read that
If you
in a
listen
book,
a lot,
but
you
easy
start to
catch
hear
when
how
you hear it.
words are really used,
Exactly,
how sentences
Abdelrahman.
flow, how
And when
native
learners
speakers
repeat
stress
what
certain
they
words.
hear,
You
even
begin to
short
build
phrases,
an English
they
feeling
start
in
to
your brain.
sound more natural
That English
and confident.
feeling is so important,
Another
Aisell.
thing, Aisell,
Yes,
is
Abdelrahman.
fluency.
That feeling
Many
helps
people
you
think
speak more
fluency
naturally
means
without
speaking
always
fast.
thinking about grammar rules.
Yes, but
Also,
that's not
when you
true,
listen regularly,
Abdelrahman.
you improve vocabulary,
Fluency is
pronunciation,
speaking
and
smoothly,
sentence structure
comfortably,
almost without trying.
without stopping
I totally
every 2
agree,
seconds
Abdelrahman.
to translate
Let's give an
in your
example.
head.
Imagine
And that
someone hears
smoothness
this
comes
sentence
from
often.
listening
I'm going to
again
grab
and
some
again.
coffee.
When
At
you
first,
listen daily,
they might not understand
your brain
it, but after
starts
hearing
to
it a few
recognize
times, they
patterns
realize,
automatically.
oh, that means I'm going to
Exactly,
get some
Aisell.
coffee.
You don't think,
Exactly,
okay,
Abdelrahman.
now I need
And
present
soon,
perfect.
without
You just say
memorizing
it,
they can
because you've
say it
heard it
naturally.
so many
I'm
times.
going to grab some
That's
coffee.
powerful, Aisell.
That's the power
it
of
really
listening.
is, Abdelrahman.
Another thing is pronunciation,
And here's
Aisell.
something very
Yes,
important
Aisell.
for everyone
Many learners
listening
speak with
right
good
now.
grammar, but with
If
strong
you only
accents or
study
unnatural
grammar,
rhythm
but you
because they
don't
haven't
listen,
listened enough.
Your English
That's
will
so
stay
true, Abdelrahman.
inside your notebook.
When you listen often
but when you
to
listen
podcasts,
daily,
YouTube
your
videos,
English
you
moves
begin to
from your
copy the way
notebook
English
to your
sounds.
mouth.
Wow.
So
that's
we become
strong,
human
Aisell.
recorders?
From the notebook to the mouth.
Yes,
I like that.
Abdelrahman, in a smart way.
Abdelrahman,
You're training your
it's
brain
true.
and your mouth
And
at the
let
same
me
time.
ask you something,
Listening
Abdelrahman.
is like a secret
How many
teacher
minutes
working in
do
the
you
background.
think someone should
I
listen
love that,
every
Aisell.
day
A
to
secret
really
teacher.
improve?
And one
Honestly,
more thing,
Aisell,
Abdelrahman.
even
Listening
15
reduces
to 20
fear.
minutes
When you
focused
understand
can make
more,
a big
you
difference
feel more
if
confident.
it's
And
active
confidence leads to better speaking.
Exactly,
Consistency
Aisell.
beats
So,
intensity.
to everyone
It's
listening
better
right
to
now,
listen
if
20
you want
minutes
to speak
every
better,
day
listen
than 2
more.
hours once a
It's
week.
not magic.
That's
It's
such an
smart
important
practice.
point, Aisell.
And don't
And
worry
here's
if you don't
something
understand
else,
everything at
Abdelrahman.
first.
A
Just
lot of
keep
learners
listening.
say,
Your brain
I
is learning
understand
even
when
when
I
you
listen,
don't realize it.
but I can't
All right,
speak.
Abdelrahman.
Why
Up
do you
next,
think that
we'll
happens?
talk about common mistakes
question,
learners
Aisell.
make with
I
listening
think it happens
and how to
because
avoid them.
they listen,
Stay with
but
us.
they never repeat.
So, Abdelrahman,
Listening
we
alone
talked about
builds
why listening
understanding,
is important,
but listening
but
plus
many learners
repeating
don't get
builds
great
speaking.
results. Why?
Yes,
Yes,
that's
Aisell.
the missing link.
There are common
So
mistakes.
everyone listening
Let's go
right
through them
now,
one by
if
one.
you want results,
Mistake number
don't
one,
just
listening
listen silently.
passively.
Pause the
Oh,
video,
yes, Aisell.
repeat,
Like playing a
copy the
podcast while
sound.
doing the dishes,
Train
but not
your
focusing.
mouth.
Exactly, Abdelrahman.
Background listening isn't
your
bad,
brain
but if you
learns
only
by
do
hearing.
that, you're
Your
not
mouth
really training your
learns by
brain.
speaking.
You need
And
active listening.
Abdelrahman,
Pause,
let's be honest.
repeat,
It
take
might
notes.
feel strange at
That's
first.
powerful,
You might feel
Abdelrahman.
shy. You might feel
Passive
silly
listening
repeating
is like putting
sentences alone
headphones
in
on
your
a
room.
plant and hoping it grows.
That's true, Abdelrahman.
Aisell, that's
but
a funny
that's
example.
how progress
But
happens.
true, Abdelrahman.
Growth is
You must be
always a little
engaged to grow.
uncomfortable.
Okay.
So true.
Mistake number
and here's
2,
a powerful
choosing materials
reminder
that
for
are too
everyone
difficult.
with us right now.
Listening
If you
is
listen
huge
every
for
day
pronunciation,
for 30 days,
Abdelrahman.
your English will
When you
not be
hear
the same.
native speakers
Small
often,
daily effort,
you notice
big
how they
long-term
connect
results. Stress,
Abdelrahman,
certain syllables,
let me ask you
or
something.
even drop
What's
sounds.
one habit you think
Yes,
can
Aisell.
change someone's
Like how,
English
what
in
are you
just
doing
1 month?
becomes, What you
And
doing?
let's not forget, Abdelrahman,
It's hard to read
listening
that in a
builds
book,
confidence.
but easy to
when
catch
you
when you
understand
hear it.
more, you feel ready to
Exactly,
speak more.
Abdelrahman.
Totally
And when
agree,
learners
Aisell.
repeat
You're
what
not
they
afraid
hear,
of conversations
even short
because your brain
phrases,
has
they
already
start
heard
to
similar
sound
phrases
more
before.
natural and confident.
Exactly, Abdelrahman.
Another thing,
So
Aisell,
let's sum
is
it up
fluency.
clearly for everyone
Many
listening
people think
right
fluency
now.
means
Listening
speaking fast.
gives you the words.
Yes,
it gives
but
you the
that's
sounds.
not true,
It gives you the
Abdelrahman.
grammar naturally.
Fluency is
it helps you
speaking
copy
smoothly,
real pronunciation.
comfortably,
It
without
trains your brain
stopping
to
every
speak more
2
fluently.
seconds to
And most
translate in your
importantly,
head.
it builds
And that
confidence.
smoothness comes
Yes,
from
Aisell.
listening
So if you
again
want to
and
speak English
again.
better,
When you
faster,
listen
and more
daily,
naturally,
your
start
brain
by
starts
listening
to
more.
recognize
It really
patterns
works.
automatically.
Absolutely,
Exactly,
Abdelrahman.
Aisell.
And
You
now,
don't think,
let's make this
okay,
practical.
now I need present
It's
perfect.
time for the
You
fun
just say
part.
it because
Real,
you've heard it
simple
so many
daily
times.
habits our listeners
That's
can
powerful,
follow
Aisell.
starting today.
It really
Yes,
is,
Aisell.
Abdelrahman.
And these aren't difficult
and here's
things.
something
They're
very
small habits you
important
can
for
add to your day,
everyone listening
even if you're
right
busy.
now. Let's start
If you
with
only
habit number
study
1.
grammar,
Start
but
your
you
day
don't
with
listen,
5 minutes
your
of English
English
audio.
will stay
I
inside
love that
your
one,
notebook.
Abdelrahman. But when
Right
you
after
listen
waking up,
daily,
play a
your
short
English
podcast
moves
or
from
YouTube
your
video
notebook
in
to
English,
your mouth.
maybe while brushing your
Wow,
teeth
that's
or
strong,
making
Aisell.
breakfast.
From the notebook
Exactly,
to the mouth.
Aisell.
I like
It
that.
puts your brain into English mode
Abdelrahman,
early.
it's
It sets
true.
the tone for the
And
whole
let me
day.
ask you something,
Habit number
Abdelrahman.
2, Abdelrahman.
How many minutes do you
dead
think
time
someone
to
should
listen?
every
Yes,
day
walking,
to really
on the
improve?
bus, cleaning your
Honestly,
room,
Aisell,
just plug in your
even
earphones
15
and listen
to
to
20
English.
minutes focused
Even 10 minutes
can make
here
a
and
big
there
difference
adds up to
if
hours
it's
every
active
week.
listening.
And remember,
Exactly.
Abdelrahman,
Consistency
even passive listening
beats
helps your ears
intensity.
get used to
It's
the
better
sounds.
to listen
Habit
20
number
minutes
3
every
is my
day
favorite,
than
Aisell.
2 hours
Repeat
once a
one
week.
short clip every day.
That's such an important point,
Choose
Aisell.
something 30
And
seconds long.
here's something else,
Listen,
Abdelrahman.
shadow it, then
a
try
lot of
saying
learners
it alone.
say, I
Yes,
understand when I
one
listen,
short
but I
dialogue can
can't
teach
speak.
pronunciation,
Why do you
grammar,
think that
and
happens?
natural phrases.
Good question,
better than
Aisell.
jumping to
I
new
think it happens
content every
because
single
they
day.
listen, but
Habit
they never
number 4,
repeat.
Aisell.
Listening
Watch English
alone
content
builds
with English
understanding,
subtitles.
but listening
Exactly,
plus repeating
Abdelrahman.
builds speaking.
It helps you connect what you
Yes,
hear with
that's
what
the
you
missing
read.
link.
And over
So
time,
everyone
you won't
listening
need
right
subtitles
now,
anymore.
If you want
Habit number
results,
5,
don't
keep a
just
listening
listen
journal.
silently.
Write
Pause
2 or
the
3
video,
things after
repeat,
each session.
copy
new
the sounds,
words, new phrases,
Train your
or
mouth.
even just a short summary.
Exactly, Abdelrahman.
It only takes a
Your
few minutes,
brain
Aisell,
learns
but it
by
makes a
hearing.
huge difference.
Your mouth learns
So
by
let's repeat
speaking.
them quickly,
And
Abdelrahman.
Abdelrahman, let's
Start
be
your
honest.
day with 5
It might
minutes.
feel strange
Use
at
your
first.
dead time.
You might feel
Repeat
shy.
one
You
short
might feel
clip.
silly repeating
Watch with
sentences
English
alone in your
subtitles.
room.
Keep a listening journal.
That's true, Abdelrahman.
Simple habits, powerful
But that's
results.
how progress
Listening
happens.
becomes part
Growth
of your life,
is
not
always
just
a
something
little
you study.
uncomfortable.
Now,
So true.
Abdelrahman,
And
let's
here's
talk about
a powerful
real people,
reminder for
real
everyone
learners
with
who
us right
improved
now.
just by listening
if you
more.
listen every
Yes,
day for
Aisell.
30
Real
days,
stories
your
inspire.
English will not
I had a
be
student
the same.
named Amina from
Small
Morocco.
daily
She
effort,
didn't feel confident
big
speaking.
long-term
Instead of
results.
focusing only on grammar,
Abdelrahman,
she listened
let
to
me
English
ask you something.
podcasts 15
What's one
minutes
habit
every day.
you think can
Just
change
15
someone's
minutes,
English in
Abdelrahman?
just 1
Yes.
month?
After
And
2 months,
let's not
she
forget,
said she started
Abdelrahman,
thinking in English.
listening
Her
builds
speaking became
confidence.
more natural.
When you
She
understand
even started
more, you
answering
feel
customer
ready to
calls in
speak
English
more.
at her job. Totally
That's
agree,
powerful,
Aisell. You're not
Abdelrahman.
afraid of
Just by
conversations
listening
because
more.
your brain has
Exactly.
already heard similar
And
phrases
another learner
before.
watched
one cooking show
Exactly,
episode daily
Abdelrahman.
with subtitles.
So let's
After
sum
a
it
few
up
weeks,
clearly
he started
for everyone
naturally saying
listening
phrases
right
like,
now.
let it
Listening
simmer
gives
and
you the
add a
words.
pinch of salt.
It gives you the sounds. It gives you the grammar
Improving
naturally.
English and cooking
it helps
at the
you
same
copy
time.
real pronunciation.
Yes. And he said
it
the best
trains your
part,
brain
it
to
didn't
speak more
feel
fluently.
like studying.
And most
That's the
importantly,
key,
it
Abdelrahman.
builds confidence.
When
learning feels
Yes,
natural,
Aisell.
progress
So if you
happens
want to speak
faster.
English better,
Now,
faster,
Abdelrahman,
and more naturally,
before we wrap up,
start by
let's give
listening
everyone
more.
3
It really
quick
works.
actions they can do
Absolutely,
today.
Abdelrahman.
Yes, Aisell.
And now,
no excuses.
let's make this
Tip
practical.
number 1,
It's
choose
time
a
for the
2-minute
fun
English
part.
video you like.
Real, simple
Listen once,
daily habits
then
our
listen
listeners
again
can
and
follow
shadow.
starting today.
Tip number 2,
Yes,
write
Aisell.
down one
And these
new
aren't
word,
difficult
just
things.
one.
They're
Then
small
use
habits
it in
you
your
can
own
add to your
sentence.
day, even
Tip
if you're
number
busy.
3, Talk
Let's
to
start
yourself
with
in
habit
English
number
for
1.
1 minute
Start
after
your
listening.
day with 5
Describe
minutes
what you
of
heard.
English audio.
Don't worry about mistakes.
I love that one,
These
Abdel
take
Rahman.
just 5
right
to
after
10
waking
minutes,
up,
Abdel
play
Rahman.
a short
But
podcast
if you do them
or YouTube
daily,
video
you'll
in
grow
English,
faster than
maybe
you think.
while brushing your
And
teeth
Aisell,
or making
before
breakfast.
we finish, let me ask
Exactly,
our
Aisell.
listeners something
It puts your
important.
brain into English
if
mode
listening
early,
is the input
it sets the
and
tone
speaking
for the whole
is the
day.
output, what
Habit
are you
number
feeding
2,
your brain
Abdel Rahman,
every day?
use
English
dead
or
time
silence?
to listen.
Think about
Yes,
that.
walking,
And if you stayed
on the
with us
bus,
until
cleaning
this
your
moment,
room,
write
just
the
plug
word
in your
listen
earphones
in the
and listen
comments,
to English.
so we know you're
Even
committed
10
to
minutes
improving
here
your
and
English
there
with us.
adds up to hours
So,
every
friends,
week.
remember
And
this.
remember,
you
Abdel
don't
Rahman,
need to be
even
perfect to
passive
start.
listening
You
helps your
just
ears
need to
get
start
used to the
listening
sounds.
a little
Habit
every
number
day.
3 is my
Every
favorite,
minute you
Aisell.
listen in
Repeat
English
one
is a
short
step
clip
toward
every
better
day.
speaking,
Choose
more
something
confidence,
30 seconds
and
long.
real progress.
Listen, shadow
Be patient with
then
yourself.
try saying
Keep
it
going.
alone. Enjoy
Yes,
the journey.
one
English
short
isn't
dialogue
just a
can
subject.
teach
It's a
pronunciation,
skill you
grammar,
build over
and
time.
natural
And
phrases
Aisell,
better
we're
than
here with
jumping
them
to new
every step
content
of the
every
way.
single day.
Always,
Habit
Abdel
number
Rahman.
4, Aisell.
This is
Watch
Speak English with
content
Aisell.
with English
Keep
subtitles.
listening, keep learning,
Exactly,
keep
Abdel
growing.
Rahman.
And
It
always
helps you
connect what you
You
hear
can
with what
speak
you
better,
read.
faster.
And over time,
See you in the
won't
next
need
episode.
subtitles anymore.
Stop
Habit number
worrying about
5,
your
keep
accent.
a listening journal.
Write
Yes,
2 or 3
because
things
today,
after each
we're
session.
turning your voice
New words,
into your
new phrases, or
Let's
even
go.
just a short summary.
everyone.
It
and
only takes a
welcome
few
to
minutes,
Speak
Aisell,
English
but it
with
makes a
Aisell.
huge difference.
I am so
So
happy
let's
you are
repeat
here.
them quickly, Abdel
Today we will
Rahman.
talk about
Start your
something
day with
very
5 minutes.
important in life.
Use your dead
School,
time. Repeat
work,
one short
family,
clip.
and relationships.
Watch with English
This
subtitles.
topic is
Keep a listening
communication
journal.
skills.
Simple habits,
Communication skills
powerful
mean
results.
how we speak,
Listening
how we
becomes
listen,
part of your
and
life,
how we
not just
express
something
our
you
thoughts
study.
and feelings.
Now, Abdel
Good
Rahman,
communication
let's
can
talk
help us
about
make more
real
friends,
people,
solve
real
problems
learners
more
who
easily,
improved just by
understand others
listening
better,
more.
and feel
Yes,
more
Aisell.
confident in
Real
ourselves.
stories inspire.
Maybe you
I
sometimes
had a student
feel
named
shy when you
Amina from
speak.
Morocco.
Maybe
She
you
didn't
know
feel
what you
confident
want to
speaking.
say, but the
Instead of
words do not
focusing
come out.
only on grammar,
Maybe you
she
worry
listened to
that
English
people will judge
podcasts
you or
15
laugh at
minutes
your
every
accent.
day.
Maybe
Just
English is
15
not your
minutes,
first
Abdel
language,
Rahman?
and you feel
Yes.
nervous when you
After
talk.
2 months,
It is
she said
okay.
she started thinking in
Everyone
English.
starts somewhere.
Her speaking became more
Communication
natural.
is not a
She even
talent,
started
it is a
answering
skill.
customer calls
And
in English
skills
at her
can be
job.
learned step
That's
by step.
powerful, Abdel
In
Rahman.
this video,
Just
we
by
will
listening
learn how
more.
to improve
Exactly.
communication in a
And another
simple,
learner
clear,
watched
and
one cooking
friendly
show
way.
episode daily
You
with
do not
subtitles.
need to be
After a
perfect.
few weeks,
You
he
only
started
need to
naturally
practice
saying
a
phrases
little
like,
every day.
let it simmer,
Before we
and
start,
add a pinch of
please
salt.
like, comment, and subscribe to support our community.
Improving
Your
English
support
and
helps us
cooking at the
continue
same
teaching
time.
and growing
Yes,
together.
and he
So,
said the best
let's
part,
begin this
it
journey
didn't
together.
feel like studying.
What does good
That's the key,
communication
Abdel
mean?
Rahman.
Good
When learning
communication
feels
does not
natural,
mean talking
progress
a lot.
happens
It
faster.
does not mean
Now,
using
Abdel
big
Rahman,
words or
before we wrap
difficult
up,
words.
let's give everyone
Exactly,
3
Aisell.
quick
Good
actions they can do
communication means you
today.
express your
Yes,
ideas in a
Aisell.
clear
No
way.
excuses.
You listen
Tip number
to others
1,
with respect.
choose a
You
2-minute
speak in a
English video
calm
you
and
like.
confident
Listen
manner.
once,
You
then
understand
listen
the
again
message
and shadow.
behind the words.
Tip number 2,
You use your
write
voice,
down
your
one new
eyes,
word,
and your
just
body
one,
to show
then
confidence.
use it in your own
Good
sentence.
communication
Tip
is
number
about
3,
connection.
talk to
It is
yourself
not
in
only
English
about
for 1
words.
minute
It
after
is about
listening.
how you make
Describe what
others
you heard.
feel when you
Don't
speak.
worry about
When
mistakes.
you speak with
These
kindness
take
and
just
confidence,
5 to 10
people will
minutes, Abdel
enjoy
Rahman.
listening to you.
But if you do
So,
them daily,
rule number
you'll grow
1,
faster than you
speak
think.
slowly.
And
Clearly.
Aisell, before we
Many
finish,
people think
let me
that
ask our
speaking
listeners
fast
something
means
important.
speaking well,
If
but this
listening
not
is the
true.
input and speaking
too
is the
fast
output,
makes your
what are
message
you
hard
feeding
to
your brain
understand.
every day?
When you speak
English
slowly,
or
people
silence?
can follow
Think
your
about that.
ideas.
And if you
have
stayed
time
with
to
us
think.
until this moment,
voice
write the
becomes
word
stronger.
listen in the
Try this
comments
simple
so we
exercise
know
with
you're
us
committed
right
to
now.
improving your
1,
English with us.
sit or
So,
stand straight.
friends, remember
2,
this.
take a
You
slow,
don't need to be
deep
perfect
breath.
to start.
3,
You just
just need to start listening a little every day. Every minute you listen in English is a step toward better speaking,
Your voice
more
will sound
confidence,
more
and
calm
real
and
progress.
For
Be
example,
patient with
instead
yourself.
of saying
Keep
quickly,
going.
I want to
Enjoy
tell
the
you
journey.
something important.
English isn't
Say
just a
slowly
subject.
and
It's a
clearly,
skill
I
you
want
build
to
over
tell
time.
you Something
Aisell,
important.
we're here with them
This looks
every
simple,
step of the
but
way.
it makes a big
Always,
difference.
Abdelrahman.
And remember,
This is
listen
Speak
more than
English
you
with
speak.
Aisell.
Good
Keep
communication
listening,
is
keep learning,
50%
keep
speaking
growing,
and 50%
and always
listening.
believe
When
you
someone
can
is
speak
talking to
better,
you, do
faster.
not interrupt.
See you in the next
do not
episode.
look at your phone. Stop
Look at their
worrying
face.
about your accent.
Nod
your head to show understanding.
Yes.
Ask a
Because
small
today,
question to
we're
show
turning your
interest.
voice
For
into
example,
your superpower.
I understand.
Let's go.
Can you tell me more?
Hello, everyone,
Or,
and
oh, really?
welcome
What
to
happened
Speak
next?
English with
When you
Aisell.
listen well,
I
people
am so
feel
happy
respected.
you are here.
And when people feel
Today we will
respected,
talk about
they will
something
respect
very
you too.
important in life.
Rule number 3.
School,
Use
work,
simple
family,
words.
and
Many
relationships.
people think that good
This topic
communication
is
means using
communication
big
skills.
words, long
Communication
sentences,
skills
or very
mean how we
formal
speak,
language.
how
But
we
this
listen,
is not true.
and how we express
Good communication
our thoughts and
means
feelings.
being simple,
Good
clear,
communication
and
can help us
easy
make
to
more
understand.
friends,
When
solve
you use
problems
simple
more
words,
easily,
people understand your
others
message
better
more quickly.
and feel more
And when
confident
people
in
understand
ourselves.
you easily,
Maybe
they
you
enjoy
sometimes
listening
feel
to
shy
you.
when you speak.
Remember, your
Maybe
goal
you
is
know
to
what you
connect,
want to say,
not to
but the
impress.
words do not
If
come
your
out.
words are too
Maybe
difficult,
you worry
the
that
listener
people will
becomes
judge you
confused.
or laugh
But
at your accent.
if your words are simple,
Maybe
the
English
listener
is not
feels
your first
comfortable.
language.
For
and you
example,
feel nervous
instead
when you
of
talk.
saying something long
It is
like,
okay.
I endeavor
Everyone
to accomplish
starts
my
somewhere.
objectives diligently.
Communication is
You
not
can
a
simply
talent.
say,
It is a
I
skill.
work hard
and
to reach my
skills
goals.
can be learned step by step.
Both sentences
In this video,
mean the same
we will
thing,
learn how
but
to
the second
improve
one
communication
is clear,
in a
warm,
simple,
and
clear,
easy to
and
understand.
friendly way.
Simple
You do
English
not
is
need
not
to be
weak.
perfect.
Simple
You
English
only
is
need to
powerful.
practice a little
When your words
every
are
day.
simple, your
Before
message
we
is
start,
stronger.
please like,
your voice
comment,
sounds more
and
confident.
subscribe to support
People
our
trust
community.
you more.
Your
You look
support
more
helps us
natural and
continue
friendly.
teaching and
Try
growing
to
together.
use everyday
So,
words
let's
that
begin this
everyone
journey
knows.
together.
Your sentences
What does
do not
good
need to be
communication
long.
mean?
Short sentences
Good communication
are sometimes
does
more
not
beautiful.
mean talking
Like,
a lot.
I like
It
this
does not
idea.
mean
Or,
using big
can you explain
words
that,
or
please?
difficult words.
These are small
Exactly,
words,
Aisell.
but they create
Good communication means you express your
Clarity
ideas
is
in
more
a clear
important
way.
than complexity.
You listen to others
Now
with
let's
respect.
talk about
You
eye
speak in a
contact.
calm and
Eyes are
confident
very
manner.
important.
You
When
understand
you
the
look
message
at someone while
behind the
speaking,
words.
it shows confidence,
You use your
respect,
voice, your
and
eyes,
honesty, and your body
But
to
you
show
don't need to
confidence.
stare.
Good
Just look at the
communication is
person's
about
eyes for 2 to
connection.
3
It
seconds.
is not only
Then
about
look away,
words,
then
it is
look back
about
again.
how you make
This
others
makes you
feel
look
when
friendly
you speak.
and comfortable. When you
Try
speak with
this when you
kindness
talk
and
to your
confidence,
friends or family.
people will
You will
enjoy
notice
listening
a
to
big
you.
difference.
So, rule
Also,
number 1,
use your body
speak
language.
slowly
Your
and
body
clearly.
also speaks. Many people
your
think
arms are
that
crossed
speaking
and your
fast
head is
means
down,
speaking
you look
well,
nervous.
but this is
If
not
your shoulders
true.
are relaxed
Speaking
and you
too
stand
fast
straight,
makes your
you look
message
confident
hard
and
to
open.
understand. Stand
When you
or
speak
sit
slowly,
straight. People can
relax
follow
your
your
shoulders.
ideas.
Keep
You
your
have
chin
time
up.
to think. Smile
Your
gently.
voice becomes
You
stronger.
do not need a
Try
big
this simple
smile,
exercise
just a
with us
small
right
one.
now.
A
1,
small smile
sit
makes
or
your
stand
face
straight.
friendly and warm.
2, take
Now
a slow,
here's the secret.
deep breath.
Practice
3,
speaking every day.
speak one sentence
Communication
slowly.
works like a muscle.
4,
When you
pause
use a
for
muscle,
1
it
second.
becomes stronger.
5,
When you stop,
continue.
it becomes weaker.
Your voice will sound
If you
more
avoid
calm
speaking,
and
your
confident.
confidence
For
will
example,
slowly
instead of
decrease.
saying
So the
quickly,
key
I want
is
to tell you
daily
something
practice,
important,
not perfection.
Say slowly and
Here
clearly.
are some easy ways
I want
to
tell
practice.
you something
First,
important.
Talk to yourself when
This
you're alone.
looks simple,
Tell
but
the
it makes a
story
big
of your day
difference.
out loud.
And remember,
Speaking to yourself
listen more
helps
than
you
you
think
speak.
in words,
Good
not just in
communication
thoughts.
is 50%
Next,
speaking
try
and
reading
50%
something
listening.
aloud.
Take
When
a book
someone
or
is
an
talking
article
to you,
and
do
read it
not
slowly
interrupt.
with your voice.
Do not look at your
Focus
phone.
on saying each
Look
word
at their
clearly.
face.
Nod
This
your
trains
head
your
to
tongue,
show
your
understanding,
mouth,
and your
Ask
breathing.
a small question
Another
to
good
show
practice
interest.
is to speak
For
in front
example,
of a mirror. I understand.
Look at your face.
Can you tell me more?
Notice your eyes
Or,
and your mouth
oh, really?
movement.
What happened
This
next?
helps you become comfortable
When you
with
listen
how
well,
you look when
people
speaking.
feel respected.
You can also
And when people
record your
feel
voice
respected,
using your phone.
they will respect
Speak
you,
for
too.
1 or 2
Rule
minutes,
number
then listen.
3.
Do
Use
not judge
simple
yourself
words.
harshly.
Many
Just
people
listen
think that
calmly
good
and notice what
communication
sounds
means
good.
using big
Finally,
words, long
try to
sentences,
speak with a friend
or
or a
very
classmate.
formal language.
Even 5 5 minutes
this
of
is not
conversation
true.
every day
Good
helps a lot.
communication
It
means
trains
being
you to
simple,
respond quickly.
clear, and
The
easy
important
to
thing
understand.
is to start
When you
small.
use simple words,
You do not
people
need to be
understand
perfect.
your message
Even
more
just
quickly.
5 minutes
And when
daily
people
can make your
understand you
communication
easily,
skills
they
grow
enjoy
stronger.
listening to you.
Little steps
Remember,
lead to
your
big
goal
results.
is to connect,
And
not
please,
to impress.
do not fear
If your
mistakes.
words are too
Many
difficult,
people
the
cannot
listener
communicate
becomes
because they
confused.
fear being
But
judged
if
or
your
sounding
words are
silly.
simple,
The
But
listener feels
listen
comfortable.
carefully.
For example,
Everyone
instead of
makes
saying
mistakes,
something long
even
like,
native
I
speakers.
endeavor to
Your
accomplish my
accent is not
objectives
a problem.
diligently,
The
you
only
can
problem
simply
is
say,
not
I
trying.
work hard to
Every
reach my
time
goal.
you speak, even with mistakes,
Both
you improve.
sentences mean
So
the
be
same
brave.
thing, but the
Speak,
second
even
one
if it is not
clear,
perfect.
warm,
Build
and easy
confidence
to understand.
step by step.
Simple English
Confidence
is not
is not
weak.
something you are
Simple
born with.
English is